Alright, is sacrifice needed in order to be more successful? I believe so. I do think you need to sacrifice, whether it's a little bit or a lot, in order for you to reach your goals. Because me personally, I feel like with less people around, with less distractions, it forces you to focus more on what you gotta do. So it makes sense. The less distractions around, the more focus you get. With too much people around you, sometimes it just provides too much information. And sometimes all that information is not really needed, bro. Like, too much people talking, bro. You gotta set that aside, because honestly, when there's too much people talking in front of you, for example, you don't know what to say, you don't know what to believe, you don't know what to do. So with less people around you, it don't have to be the case always, but it's oftentimes, I think, better to have at least enough knowledge for you to learn, and vice versa for them to learn and stuff like that if you're talking to them. So being around less people, oftentimes, if you're in a party, of course you're gonna want more people around. I'm not saying none of that, but I'm just saying to help you in terms of like learning, pushing yourself, knowing, and like just trying to become better. Too much people around, sometimes you don't need none of that, and sometimes you gotta sacrifice that. If you're the type of person that's used to being around a lot of people, you must be popping, I guess. But I feel like that's the case. In order for you to get better, you gotta let go of things. It's hard for people to let go of things at the end of the day. My boy Jay-Z said it best. The homie said, "Hove, it ain't many of us." I told him less is more. It's plenty of us. Come on, man. That line was hard. That line was hard, bro. Come on. Like, with less people, you have more time also to figure things out. It's easier said than done, of course, because like some situations that you know ain't right that you usually in, you have to build up a lot of courage for you to remove yourself, because like you've been a part of those situations all your life, so that's all you're used to. So that fear of like missing out kind of always comes to play when you want to remove yourself, but you're like hesitating because you don't know whether or not you should remove yourself from a current situation. So it's understandable when people have a tough time deciding on whether or not they should just back up, but you have to do it. You have to build up that courage, bro, and that confidence, because if not, it's like you're gonna stay in that same loop all the time. And at the end of the day, bro, I'm not here to like blame people for being in that loop, but it's like if you're conscious enough, you know what's right from wrong. You know what you got to do in order for you to get better, and knowing that you're a part of something that ain't better for you is also having the awareness. So if you got the awareness, all you need is the confidence at the end of the day. So pick your pants up, do what you got to do, and move on, bro, because at the end of the day, it's gonna be a lot better for you in the long run. In some cases, I do believe everything around you isn't really a distraction, and you could better yourself with all the things you have. You don't really have to sacrifice anything. The shit around you possibly could be helping you in your journey too, so it's like you don't really gotta let go of anything in particular. There's certain situations that you're in that you were brought up upon that actually do help you to stay focused, because oftentimes it's like I said earlier, if you remove yourself, if you have the courage to remove yourself from certain situations, that fear of missing out and comes back after a while, and then all this negative energy, all these negative feelings start to come up, and you just start getting depressed, start getting stressed out, and then it's like you result to going back, and that's reasonable. Like, that's an exceptional excuse, because bro, we don't know any better sometimes. We, like I said before, we used to that lifestyle, and stepping away from it is really tough. But in some situations, you don't gotta step away from it. You can stay living the same lifestyle you always had, and it could be possibly helping you reach your goals. So there's no reason for you to make that move at the end of the day. The way your family works could be a gold mine that's becoming better and to becoming who you really want to become. So in circumstances like that, you don't really gotta sacrifice anything, because you got everything in hand. You just gotta find a way to work with it. So that's a good thing. But overall, like, I'm telling you from my perspective, I'm telling you from my point of view, I feel like you gotta sacrifice in order to become more successful. Because once I seen that I was by myself more often, I realized that I have so much time to learn. I have so much time to do what I gotta do. I have so much time to do this and that, so I could become a better person 5 years from now. So I don't know. It's up to you at the end of the day whether or not you think sacrificing is needed to become more successful in life. But for me, that fear of missing out died a long time ago. Y'all have a nice one. I hope you have a good day. I hope you have a nice night, and have a good weekend, all right? Fucking dumbass.
This motherfucker metaphor, bro. Get nasty. You see, but that's where everything gets tricky because you don't know. You can spend money, but you don't know where the money's actually gonna send it. Is not in a rush to trade him either way, so yes.
I fucked up so bad right here.
Yeah, they don't have to rush it, bro. They can literally hold them as long as they want. The value will decrease, but it's all depending, because unless Damian Lillard does something crazy and he goes, yo, I'm not playing unless you trade, type of situation, and then he just, yeah, he keeps doing it. If he does something like that.
Make sure y'all go like, subscribe, comment, and tune into my channel. Thank you guys, and just have a nice one.